Hey, how you doing? Glad you could join us today at Moon Gap Acres. We're so glad to have you. Glad that you take time to share with us. We have some cool things going on tonight. But first, my name is Matthew.
I'm Logan.
This is Logan. Logan does great, and he's a budding master chef. He's learning and developing greatly in the kitchen, which helps our family to have great meals. And so we want to give him some great fresh ingredients. And one of those fresh ingredients we have is corn. Yeah, what can I do with corn? Well, we have frozen corn before. I have frozen corn before. And you blanch it, you put it in the bag, you seal it up, and you put it in the freezer. And it's pretty quick and simple. It's not very difficult at all. The hardest part, the longest part, is shucking the corn. After that, it's pretty simple. But I'm going to do something different today. So we looked up a recipe online for green corn. So we're going to do a new recipe from our corn. We noticed that our corn was ready today. Not all the varieties that we have out there. We have 3 different varieties of corn. We have the regular sweet corn, we have the peaches and cream, and we have the golden sun.
Early sun glow.
Early sun glow. Thank you, Logan. We have the early sun glow corn. Okay, the recipe calls for about 3 to 4 pounds of corn. Okay, so we've washed up the corn cobs, got the silk off of it. We have about 13 of them here. It says that between 10 and 12 cobs makes about 3 to 4 pounds.
Okay, so Avery's gonna add it in water, and we're gonna get it to start boiling.
Okay.
So we're gonna heat up 4 cups of boiling water. 4 cups of water until it boils. We put 4 cups of boiling water into the pot right there. The recipe calls for an additional 4 cups of water. Boiling water.
All right, so we have 2 pots of water. This is for cooking our corn on the cob, and this is for later on. I'll set the timer for 4 minutes. A quick little tip, just make sure that you have enough water in your pot to cover up your corn. So remember, when you're doing something like this, a new recipe or something for the first time, try to still enjoy it. Try to still have fun. Right, Avery Kate? If you have to, get yourself a cup of coffee or
a cup of tea.
Or a cup of sweet tea. Logan's bringing over the pressure canner now, so we'll start getting that ready. All right, our 4 minutes is up. So the corn is now ready. It's cool enough for us to touch and handle. I took the extra water out and dumped the water out of the pot because we're going to use that pot now. We have the 3 to 4 cups of boiling water, 4 cups of boiling water that's already ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to take the kernels off the cobs. I'm going to try this little gadget. I bought this little gadget last year and it's supposed to slip it over top of. See, it's got a hole in the middle, and on this end, it actually has a serrated edge on it. So you're supposed to push down on it, and it should take the kernels off of it. That would be nice and sweet. But if that doesn't work, I'm just going to use a knife. Okay, I can already see that this little tool is too big of a circle. I thought I had that same problem last year, but I want to give it another chance. So this right here is a little bit too big. It'll scrape off some of the kernel, but I want to get the whole kernel off of it. So I'm just going to use a knife. Okay, so for every 2 cups of corn kernels that we took, we put in 1 cup of boiling water. Heat up. I'm supposed to let it boil gently for 3 minutes. So we're on time. Everything's going good. Good job, buddy. You excited about this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
I like my cream corn.
I like my cream corn too. Okay, the corn is done. So now all I gotta do is get the jars, pack them up in the hot jars, and put them in the pressure canner. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. If you want to, you don't have to, it's optional. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. Okay, so now I need to build it up to 10 pounds of pressure. So we've reached 10 pounds of pressure, and actually it's at 12. So I'm going to turn the heat down some. You regulate it here. You can't regulate anything on top of the canner. So it'll go back down to 10. And then I've got the timers. The timer set for 1 hour and 25 minutes. At the end of that hour, 25 minutes, I'll let the pressure go off. I'll turn the fire off, let the pressure go down on its own, open it up, and then put the jars out to start cooling. And I'll have another batch ready. I've already got my corn. It's already in the pot, ready to go, ready for me to boil, to get that process started. So in about an hour, I'll probably go ahead and get started with that part. That way I'll be ready to put it in the jars and get the next batch going and try to speed this up a little bit. I do have more corn. If you look behind me, I have more corn that I can put in there. So it looks like I'm going to get about 3 batches, somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly how many jars I have, so I got to check that out. So my kids are in there for watching Nancy Drew Mysteries and the Hardy Boys Mysteries. They're pretty cool. Good old YouTube. You can find some good old shows on that. So we're in the process. We're almost done. About 10 or 15 more minutes of the pressure canner. Gotta be careful with this part. I've been burnt before. There you go. My very first jar of cream corn. That looks really pretty. I've got my first 6 jars of cream corn. It's pretty exciting. As you can see out the window behind me, the sun hasn't quite peeked up over the mountain yet, but it's not too far away. Good times. Logan's already outside. He's feeding the pigs, getting them started. He took a lot of the corn cobs with him, so I think the pigs are going to be pretty happy about that. They probably would. So I appreciate the fact that you're here on this journey with us and that you're supporting us. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it does show us love and does give us support in what we're trying to do here. Love y'all.